Okay, may buntag, may udto, may hapon, may gabi. Assalamualaikum. I'm Professor Cesar Nimor. Graduate ko sa Southwestern University and I'm an ethnographer, particularly sa mga dances. Pero ang akong course, zoologist yun ko, no? Because I graduated preparatory medicine, major in zoology sa Southwestern University. Right now, I'm connected with Maham College and also, of course, University of Cebu. No, actually, I come from a family of dancers. My father and my mother actually were former dance troupe members during their younger days. So, upat mi kabuok managsuon. Actually, ang pinaka-danceros gyud namo, pinaka-dancer gyud namo, ang among eldest, ng babae, member siya sa UB, University of the Visayas. And then every year mag-perform sila komparsa, no, tong usok komparsa. So mo to na-expose ko sa sayaw. And then of course, I don't know what happened o ganong nahibaw ang mga teachers na ko sa una, but I started dancing, no, in public. Grade 2 ko. Okay, grade 2. Okay, and every year doon na graduation, the elementary. And in all the years, we'll have to present folk dances. So nahitabo to nga nakasayaw ko. But actually I don't know o nga nahibawan man ko sa teachers nga hibaw ko mo sayaw. Gitawag naman to mo nga no gipabaro. And then it continued until high school. Pag high school na kay member mo ko sa kuan, comparsa pod nga group, no, kay dito mo ko ni eskwela sa Mandawi Academy. Mandawi Academy is actually a branch school sa University of the Visayas. So every year doon mga occasions member ko sa dance troupe. And then, pag college na ko, I was supposed to enroll sa University of San Carlos. But then, I witnessed this weekly show sa RPN 9. And then, ang ga-perform, Southwestern. So, instead of being enrolled sa akong preparatory course sa medicine sa San Carlos, dito ko na-enroll sa Southwestern. Ang reason nako was actually to join the dance troupe under Sir Melquiades Tatay May Gonzales. And then the rest is history, no? Ang naka-encourage po nako nga mo mag-choreographer and mag-handle og grupo is actually Sir May. Ang una na kong choreograph na sayaw, could you imagine, actually tinikling grade 6. Kikuan ko sa una, ako prepare kada every Monday sa among klase doon ay program, opening program. Yeah, ako may director, yeah, ako po ay leader. So actually I chose the different parts no kung say ibutang ana nga program because it's just 1 hour. Nahitabo to gusto manayaw kung magkauban. So ang gisayaw tinikling amot ganong giun sa to nga nakakakat-on kung choreograph og tinikling ato grade 6 pa. That's why until now naman may organization ako maghihapoy ko ako maghihapoy in charge nila ng mga games ug sayaw ko wa gani ma-change akong role mao rin gud gihapon. And then the next would be katong kuan na nag-organize nami og Sidlak Dance Troupe. Ang Sidlak Dance Troupe sa una, kuan mi katong na organize na namo tong bakasyon pa, tong mga 19 na mga pista mo tong edad ani 70s, no? And then nag-represent lang ko sa barangay Giso, Mandawi, puro may mga batanon. Nag-identify kami sa una out of school, pero actually out of school mi literally kay bakasyon man to siya. And then, ang una na kong gitulo ato isubli. Pero sa unang panahon, di pa man ko kibang mo organize o kanang mga sayaw, mga steps. Ang among inspiration sa una, ang bayanihan. So whatever dance, among ma-witness sa bayanihan, muto yung sundon. And then, eventually, ang kaning Sidlak, nahimo siyang official dance troupe sa Mandawi City. Pero under sa Kabataang Barangay. No? Headed, of course, sa national by Senator Amy Marcos. So every time si Amy Marcos mo bisita sa Mandawi, kami mo perform. Pero ang akong i-choreograph ato ang among specialty ato sa Sidlak are actually indigenous dances. Ako may una nagka-introduce og mga indigenous dances sa Mandawi atong panahon na po, member na ko og dance troupe sa Southwestern. And then, di pa kay uso atong mga ethnic nga sayaw. So, naka-receive ko kuan, bashing sa una. Kung karon pang panahon na ito, gibash pa ko, kay puro ko nung hapak-hapak, ugong, anang paro, laylain ko nung sayaw, pero maura ang tono, ingon ana ang case. But it was Sir Mike Gonzalez that really encouraged me to continue and choreograph and do researches regarding indigenous dances. So naka-inspire na nako ato panahon na aside from the bayanihan is of course the Ramon Ubusan. And then of course the kaning ko ana katong sa Darangan dance troupe no sa MSU katong nag-perform sa diri. And later on katong Apo Banuan Saka kang kuan kang Al Evangelio nga naka-perform sila diri sa Cebu. So na-inspire ko maayo nga nindot man di ang mga sayaw nga indigenous. And then o nganong nahitabo nga nahimo kong ethnographer. Kaysa una, may kong mo-investigar lagi kay science man akong kuan, science akong training. So every time nga motundo si Sir Mike Gonzalez og sayaw, folk dance, akong tan-aw sa libro og sakto ba? And then nakabante ko murag na yung mga sayaw si Sir Mike, murag ba mo follow sa libro. Pero siya mismo may nag-advise nako nga choreograph ni sayaw dong basaha ang libro. Kung lahi man ang kuan, lahi man ang choreograph ni Sir Mike sa libro katong kang Aquino, no? Nga pun pila ka volumes of Philippine folk dances. So nahitabo, dili later on di na ko mo choreograph og sayaw kung dili na ko makita first hand ang sayaw from the source. Mao to nga una nang mission was to go back to my birthplace, Region 10. Ang una na kong research no nga tipon ko sa mga Manobo was actually in Kitaw-Taw, Bukidnon. What year was that? 1978. So, ang 1978 is officially my start in ethnographic research. Then later on, muna to, nganong napunta ko ng Cebuano nga sayaw, when in fact nga, first, ang akong research yun is mostly mga mga indigenous nga sayaw sa Mindanao. Pero nganong napunta man ko sa Cebuano nga sayaw, 1987 to siya. No? That was the time nga more represent ang Cebu province dito sa Manila sa folk arts. And then wala kay may adtoy material nga repertoire of Cebuano dances. So nakahinumdum ko nga ang una gud nga researcher nga nay napo kasayaw sa Cebuano dances is actually Madam Gloria Cabahog, former teacher sa kuan sa Cebu Normal nga taga Mandawi. So ako siya giadto. Nangutan na ko niya, o pwede man ako magamit ang iyang mga sayaw as material nga among i-present sa Manila. And then she agreed. And she even gave me pointers on how to do research in Cebuano dances. Mao to diha na nagsugod. Ang akong love affair with Cebuano dances. Ang unang research nako dito sa Ilaya, San Fernando, mao to Sampaguita. And then, gindaruhan ning Lanilla, Gumunhang. Then ibalik na po kong Ilaya, nakuha na ko dito ang version sa Corazza. And then after that, Compostela, Magay. That dance is called the Osaka Dalaga, which is actually the Pandango sa Baso. It's actually a dance about a girl that has a lot of suitors. And the only way to win, to answer one proposal is the man should be able to beat her in dancing while balancing a glass of wine. After that, the rest is history. Ingon na nga case. So, ang unang na-research na ko is actually Lagudas. Lagudas is actually a variety of dugso. Actually, it's actually a dance from the Pulangin Manobo group from Kitaw-Taw, which is actually the southern part of Bukidnon. Mugit kayo kung una. And then I was able to dance na Pig-Agawan, no, kay actually I started learning the dance and then they observed that after talking in Manobo I could understand, and then they told me that I'm a good dancer and then they would like me to pair with their best dancer, si Nang Dolores, actually Dolores Lantog, nahinumdum pag ko, I still can't remember her name. Dancer na siya. And then, ipaparis ko, because they were actually preparing the dances for the Kaamulan during that time. So, mga ito yung una na ko. So, the first is Lagudas, and then the second one is Pig-Agawan, the line check version. Then, after that, I was able to collect a lot of other dances, but they are all indigenous. Like, for example, the Talapak. Talapak is actually a type of rice planting dance from, again, the Pulangian Manobo, but this time from Quezon, Bukidnon. So I was there to interview actually si Bai Kayang and her head. And then, surprisingly, naka-document ko saya from the Ifugao. Okay, nga napunta ko dito because that was actually during the folk dance festival 1970 no 1986 or 87. Then I was able to record this Imbayak, which is actually a dance from the Ifugao from Banawe, and then one which is actually Talipi. Talipi is actually a mimetic dance from the Aitas of San Marcelino, but I actually was helped by Kuya Ramon Obusan to do the documentation on this. And then I went back to Mindanao to document, for example, the it's actually Maral Fio House, actually a dance of the ferry from Dablaan, this time Davao del Sur. And then the other one is the Gimbao, which is actually a dance to the Gimbao, which is a drum from the Mandaya of Davao Oriental. So mo gito una nako nga researches gyud kadaghan indigenous gyud. And then later on kito nahaklaran okay from Tigwa Manubo, this time from San Fernando, Bukidnon. After anak ko na, magkaragahan ng mga Cebuano dances na. So, kasi akong favorite nga sayaw sa akong research actually would be, of course, Lagudas, because that was my first. And then, of course, sa mga Cebuano dances, ang akong favorite yun is from an area which is actually where Maham College is located. The Cariñosa de Guadalupe, which is actually the discovery of this dance is accidental. Di ato mi ang lugar sa actually it's the area between Sitio Banawa and proper Guadalupe. Karon unfortunately na imo siyang subdivision. Dili gyud to aim na ko nga mapunta dito to research the dance. Actually I accompanied Dr. Nicanor Chongson, the former president of the CCP, because he was actually documenting this Palitaw. Because the group was actually mga Saison, ang ilang apelido ng pamilya, the Bobinsing. At they were actually performers sa Balitaw. So sila gid mo ang tuyo gid ato was Dr. Chongson, mag-perform sila and then taas man ng balita because it tells a story. So they had a break. And during the break, I got surprised because they were actually dancing a different version of the Cariñosa with an arpa harp. And then that Cariñosa was actually having a different music B. Because we are familiar with the music A sa Cariñosa, but the music B was different. And the movements were actually quite different, but still using the fan and then the handkerchief. And that was the time that I was able to document the dance. And then that was taught at the Folk Arts Theater sa Philippine Folk Dance Society. So muna nga nakuan siya. Karon daghan nang perform og Cariñosa de Guadalupe. But the Cariñosa is not spelled with a C, it's actually with a K. So ingon anak nga case. Although after anak, ang uban nga mga researches nga naa sa akong sayaw Subo, in fact, is dili ako nga research sa akong mga estudyante sa University of Cebu because actually I handled the MAPI 20, which is actually ethnographic research. And so I taught the students the techniques of doing ethnographic research, and they were able to document a lot of dances in the whole province of Cebu. And presently, I'm working with the niece of Sir Mike Gonzalez because Sir Mike actually did a research na sayo, ang tawag niya Lagkaw from Cebu nga, yung wala niya matapos. So actually, ako'y nagkatiwa sa choreography, and then we are planning to teach that dance sa folk dance workshop sa folk dance society in the future. Okay, for those new breed of choreographers, the younger ones, because you are still going up there, ako pauli na ko. One way to be very much into, let's say, teaching folk, actually according to Kuya Mon, teaching folk dance is the most difficult because you really have to get the basic. Once you change the basic steps, for example, you destroy the essence. And then according to Sir Mike Gonzalez, you can actually modify. Like for example, improve a little the movements, but do not mutilate because mutilation is murder. No? So I really advise the younger set of choreographers to do some first-hand experience because first-hand experience is the best teacher. It's actually just like traveling. When you travel, you meet different kinds of people. You get exposed to different experiences. And that is the same feeling when you are exposed to the dance from the root. And then that is when you are able to get the basic steps and then concoct the figures and the dance, you now become a choreographer. You're not just a dance teacher, you're not just a dance master. You now become a maker of dance, a true choreographer. And in fact, when I teach dance to my students, I always tell them, I am not going to make you dance masters. I'm not going to make you excellent dancers. I am going to make you makers of dance. Well, there are a lot of choreographers that really influenced my life. But of course, first and foremost, Sir Mike Gonzalez, Melquiades Gonzalez Jr. During our time, we called him Tatay Mike because he was really the one that encouraged me to really go on with my brand of choreography. And of course, my most favorite choreographer and also the one that really encouraged me to do ethnographic research is, of course, Kuya Ramon Arevalo Ubusan. And I'm very proud of working together with Kuya Mon during the time that we were together in Bukidnon. No, because actually I also acted as guide and interpreter because he speaks only Tagalog and I could speak Binukid and Cebuano, so I could communicate very well with the natives. So until now, it's really Kuya Mon that inspired me. That's because I'm really his big fan. No, there was this magazine before called Mr. and Miss, and then there was one item there where Kuya Mon writes about dances of the different ethnic groups every week. So every week I actually buy Mr. and Miss magazine just to read the article of Kuya Mon. And then the biggest chance of my life was to meet him face to face and stayed in his house for a week. And every night he shows me a lot of videos that he took during his travels. And he was the one who taught me how to ask questions and all these things, how to concoct the dances, how to convert the steps into figures and make a dance. So from a fan to probably I'm like him. And since I'm also getting old, we all get old, I'm training another one to follow my footsteps. And this person is actually connected with St. Cecilia's College. It's actually Mr. William De Gracia. And his contemporaries, they had a propaganda movement. So the propaganda movement is actually about nationalism. Now, this being a choreographer, being let's say being a choreographer of folk dances is a form of propaganda movement. You are encouraging people to develop that sense of nationalism, patriotism, love of country. And the only way is to promote our culture because without culture, we cannot identify ourselves as Filipino. Although in my case, I'm mixed. No? Actually, I only have very few Filipino DNA in me. But I think I consider myself as more than 100% Filipino. I'm proud of being a Filipino and I'm proud of my country. And the only way for me to be proud of my country is to promote my culture in the form of dance. Because according to Sir Mike Gonzalez, the best way to express one's culture is through the dance.